Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to School Management System Tutorials, and today is our lecture number 20, and in today's class I am going to teach you how to do admissions in your school management systems. Okay, in the previous classes we have seen how to generate timetables, and in today's class we see how to give admissions to students in our school management system. So let's start and see and have a look how can we do this. Okay, so let me show you and demonstrate what I have done, and then I'll tell you how can I perform that particular admission task. So first of all, I am logging into my school management system. This is my front dashboard type screen. Now I have a window with the name admissions. मैंने एक window बनाई है, ये सारी की सारी window. Basically this form contains a lot of things. We have on the left hand side student name. This means the REQ means the required field. So where you find the REQ field वो required है, और वहाँ डेटा एंटर करना जो है वो मैंडेटरी है. ओके, सो अब करना ये है कि मैंने वही सारा प्रीवियस काम किया हुआ है जिस तरीके से हम लोगों ने प्रीवियस विंडोज़ में काम किया था. आई हैव डन द प्रीवियस methodologies that we have seen in the previous classes of crude operations, insert, update, select, delete, the same task. अच्छा, तो बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट मेरा फॉर्म जो है वो डिसेबल्ड है. दिस फॉर्म इज़ डिसेबल्ड बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट, एंड व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन ऐड बटन लुक द फॉर्म कम्स इनेबल का फंक्शन हमारे पास चल रहा है. अगर आप लोगों ने प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स देखे हैं तो हमने इसको इनेबल किया था. लेट मी ऐड अ स्टूडेंट, लेट्स से हमाद, and the gender is male, and father name is Majid, and mother name is Jamila, let's say, and father's profession is, let's say, import business, or whatever you can write. It's just data entry. Okay, then the mother's profession is dash. These two fields are not mandatory because मैंने यहाँ पे required नहीं लिखा हुआ, so you can make it blank as well, but I am giving something some data here. And the date of birth of the student, let me write here, let's say year 2000, Feb or December 27, let's say. Nationality can be Pakistani or whatever nationality you can give here. And then the place of birth, let me give a city name. And then the religion, I have this much of possibilities in my religion field, so whatever the religion of the student will be, you can select some like this. And then the status, the student is by default active. And then the next thing is required, so sorry, class. So class, let's say I have generated the timetable of class 5, so I'm taking class 5 here. You can take any class in which the student is going to take admission. Class 5, if you have section, then give section. These section is not mandatory because in schools it is not necessary we have section, so मैंने यहाँ पर जो है वो section नहीं रखा. उसके बाद address है, let's say block 7 North Nazim Abad, Karachi, flat number 1-3203. Okay, so this is the address, let's say, and let me enter a phone number 0213-123-3211. And if phone number 2 is optional, you can provide or leave it blank, no problem. Let me give 0213 or 0333-3333-455 and 5. Okay, so this is the Pakistani phone number format. You can give your country's phone number format. Okay, now the email address, so you can leave it blank, but for this demonstration I am giving here an email address. Okay, I have applied the validations inside this particular form. Let's say if I leave it blank, so static will be appeared because it is a required field, and when I write anything, so it will be removed. Okay, same is the validation I have applied on the save button. When any of the required field is you left blank, then this static will be appeared. Okay, ये static आ जाएगा अगर आप किसी mandatory field को blank छोड़ देंगे. So 0345-333-4447, and then the last thing is image. I have made the image mandatory by default. Database में ये image, ये वाली, this image will be stored in the database by default. You can make it blank as well, और आप उस field को blank भी रख सकते थे, but मैं यहाँ पर जो है वो image browse करवा रहा हूँ desktop, and I have a image, let's say, let me take this one, and okay, so I have this image, and जब मैं सारा data fill कर लूँगा, then click on save button. When you press save, look, the data has been added Hamad, and I have 2 previous records of the students. When I click on Hamad, look, or when I click on Bilal, or when I click on Kamal, so this is how I can insert data inside my admissions window. So I have admitted 1 student inside my school management system. Same is the case with edit. You can edit, import, and let's say import export business. So after clicking on edit button, I have changed this, and then press again save. So the data is saved again. Look, the data has been changed. So you can change any of the field or any of the data that is available in your database. Okay, so this is how we can do edit. And same is the case for delete. If I click on this particular record, and then when I press delete button, so it is asking me, are you sure you want to delete this data? Yes, the data has been deleted successfully. Now I have left with 2 records only. Okay, so and in the, on clicking on view button, I have these 2 records. तो ये 2 records है मेरे पास. Alright, one more thing, अगर आप यहाँ नोटिस करें तो I have this scroll bar, और आप इसको मूव करेंगे तो देखें सारा डेटा आपके पास लोड होके आ रहा है. How can I perform all this task? Let me show you and demonstrate you in the backend, और कोड में क्या किया है मैंने, किस तरीके से काम किया है. वैसे तो आप सब लोगों को अब इतना आइडिया हो ही गया होगा कि how to do this all thing, because we have seen this similar task in the previous examples and previous classes as well. So but for the sake of your knowledge how I did this, let me show you. Okay, first of all I am moving towards my admission window. This is my admission window, the graphical interface, this one. Okay, the same thing I have done in this window that I have done in the previous windows. Double click on your, let's say, text box, and I have applied validations. That means if my text box is empty, then the error label should be visible, otherwise the error label should be visible false. These are my error labels, and I have given names to these error labels. Let's say this is my name error label, so this will be visible when this text box is blank, and it will be visible false when this text box is not blank. Okay, so same is the case with all the controls that are mandatory. Whatever your requirements are, you can do with your school management system. Okay, moving forward, अब हमने आगे करना ये है कि सारी की सारी वैलिडेशंस तो हमने लगाई हुई है. देखें टेक्स्ट बॉक्स के टेक्स्ट चेंज पे लगाया हुआ है. जेंडर जब सिलेक्टेड इंडेक्स -1 होगा तो भी एरर लेवल विजिबल, एंड फादर टेक्स्ट इज एम्प्टी देन दिस इज विजिबल, एंड देन सेम मदर इफ विजिबल इज ब्लैंक देन दिस मदर एरर लेवल विल बी विजिबल, एंड सो ऑन. एंड फॉर डेट पिकर आई हैव अप्लाइड दिस कंडीशन. इस डेट पिकर के अंदर कंडीशन क्या लग रही है कि डेट पिकर में जो वैल्यू है वो आज की डेट से ग्रेटर देन अगर है तो फिर क्या करो, error label visible कर दो, because the student cannot be born today and he cannot got admission based on today's birth date. Okay, so ये भी एक validation है, you can apply, और national then so on. तो सारी validations मैंने selection change और text change के ऊपर लगाई हुई है. Moving forward, जब ये सारा का सारा काम हो गया, फिर मैंने simple एक काम किया हुआ है जिस तरह से previous windows में किया था. सबसे पहले तो मैंने जो आपके this add, edit, delete, save के जो buttons हैं इनके ऊपर काम किया है, और इनके सारे के सारे मेथड्स को उठाकर, जैसे कि ये वाले जो मेथड्स हैं मेरे पास सैम्पल 2 के अंदर, आई हैव कॉपीड ऑल दीज मेथड्स एंड आई हैव पेस्टेड इन दिस विंडो, और उसके बाद वर्चुअल हटा के ओवरराइड कर दिया मैंने. ओके, सो यू कैन चेंज दैट वर्चुअल फ्रॉम ओवरराइड बिकॉज आई एम यूजिंग इन मेथड ओवरराइडिंग. ओके, फिर सबसे पहले काम क्या किया, एक वेरिएबल बना दिया, प्रीवियस विंडोज़ में भी बनाया था. उसके बाद उस वेरिएबल को जब ऐड का बटन प्रेस होगा, क्योंकि because we are using this save button as an update button, so that's why I am using this edit variable. So when I press add button, then this edit variable will be 0, and when I press edit button, then this edit variable will be 1. सही है, तो इस वजह से हमारा save और update में differentiation हो जाएगा. Then enable reset panel and picture box 1 dot image. Why I did this? Because when I press add button, तो जो मैंने by default यहाँ पे image लगाई हुई है, तो पिक्चर बॉक्स विल बिकम रीसेट, बिकॉज मैंने अपने रीसेट फंक्शन में आई हैव दिस रीसेट फंक्शन. इनसाइड दिस रीसेट फंक्शन आई हैव क्लियर्ड माई, लेट मी शो यू, गो टू डेफिनेशन. लुक, दिस इज माई कोड ऑफ रीसेट. लेट मी जूम इन. ओके, लुक, आई हैव क्लियर्ड द पिक्चर बॉक्स. दैट्स वाई व्हेन यू प्रेस द ऐड बटन द इमेज गॉट क्लियर्ड. that is why I have again reassigned the picture from my resources file. Where is my this resource file? In the properties window, and here I have my resources. Open this. Look, I have all the images that I have applied on my screen. So I have taken this image, student image, to get back to my picture box. Okay, hope this is cleared. आगे चलते हैं. ऐड बटन के ऊपर ये काम करने के बाद एडिट बटन पे भी सिंपल हमने प्रीवियस विंडो वाला काम किया है, और हमने हमारी जो, क्योंकि लिंक बेस्ड काम कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग लिंक बेस्ड वर्क, सो कॉपी आई हैव क्रिएटेड एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ माई डेटा कंटेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके, हर विंडो में हमने ये काम किया है. वी हैव डन दिस वर्क इन एवरी विंडो. नाउ लोड लिस्ट, वाई वी हैव डन दिस लोड लिस्ट मेथड, ये हमने हर विंडो में यूज़ किया है. वी हैव सीन इन द प्रीवियस क्लासेस एज वेल. I have classes that are coming from database. I have sections that are also coming from database. So these are the things. This is the code from where I've taken the classes and their IDs from database and then make it available inside our class drop down. ये भी हमने पिछली classes में काम किया हुआ है. तो when this load list method will be called, class drop down will be populated with the class name and the value member will be class ID. And same is the case for सेक्शन. मैंने सेक्शंस के ज़रिए से डेटा मंगवाया हुआ है, और सारे सेक्शंस का डेटा सेक्शन नेम फ्रंट पे दिखेगा, सेक्शन आईडी बैक एंड पे वैल्यू मेंबर के तौर पे रन कर रही होगी. मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, आई हैव क्रिएटेड अ ग्लोबल ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ इमेज बिकॉज आई एम डीलिंग विद इमेजेस हियर. सो लेट आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाई आई हैव क्रिएटेड अ ग्लोबल इमेज एंड मेक इट नल बाय डिफॉल्ट. लोड लिस्ट, दिस लोड लिस्ट मेथड इज कॉलिंग ऑन द फॉर्म लोड मेथड. लुक, this load list is calling here because जब आपका फॉर्म लोड होगा तो आपकी classes and sections should be populated inside your combo boxes. And one more code I have written here, data grid view1 dot auto generate columns false. अगर auto generated columns in case अगर आपके पास आ जाते हैं due to any mistake, तो auto generated columns यहाँ पे नहीं आएंगे. Okay, this is not mandatory, but आप लिख लें तो ज़्यादा बेहतर है. Moving forward, I have also created an integer 64 admission ID because database के अंदर admission ID के ऊपर ही student का रिकॉर्ड एंटर हो रहा है, तो student ID admission ID जो है वो मैं यहाँ ग्लोबली ले रहा हूँ. अच्छा, अब चलते हैं हम लोग सेव के बटन के ऊपर. सेव का बटन ये रहा, दिस इज माई सेव बटन. ऑन सेव बटन I have applied all the validations. All these validations I have copied from here. Let's say this validation I have copied, then this validation I have copied, then this validation I have copied. Why? If you leave blank anything, when you press save, the form will be validated based on this condition, these all. If name text is blank and so on, everything is validated, and then I'll finally check what, if any of the error label is visible. Look, name, gender, father, and if you move forward, look, if any of the error label is visible, let me make it downward so that it is easier for you to look. Okay, all these are error labels. If any of the error labels are visible, then this message will be appeared. And then if your validations are perfect, then simple, I have done what, I have created two variables. One is a nullable variable for section because my section can be null. Class it is not, I haven't make section mandatory, so that's why I have applied question mark. This makes integer as a nullable variable. That means integer then can accept null value as well. For gender I have taken byte data type because मेरे database के अंदर in my database I have byte column for gender. Okay, 1 and 0, 0 for male and 1 for female. Now I have applied this is my code for save. This one, if edit is equal to 0, that means you are in save mode. Okay, so section drop down dot selected index is greater than equal to 0. That means if your section is selected, then what you do, take your section ID and store it inside this variable. Look, section ID, store it inside this variable. Simple. I have converted the value of the combo box because I have applied the section ID as a value member inside my section drop down. So I have taken that value and converted into integer 32 because section ID is an integer, else section ID is equal to null. Because if my section is not selected, then insert null inside this section ID. So this is how I can tackle section. Then gender, if my gender is equal to 0, the selected index. Okay, on 0 index I have entered male, and on 0 on the first index I have entered female. So if the selected index is male, that means 0, then you store 1, otherwise 0. So gender and section ID, this is how. And then the memory stream for image 1, for image part. memory stream, this is the class. For this class you have what can I say, namespace, and at the top of the window, let's say this one. So add this namespace system.drawing.images, okay, memory stream. Then this class will be appeared in the IntelliSense. Then look, I have created this global variable. So in the global image variable, I am saving the image in from my memory stream to in JPEG format. Okay, so memory stream right now I haven't took anything from this memory stream. What does this mean? This means that my memory stream is empty. I have to give here image. Look, I have to give here an image, but right, because I already have an image, this one, I already have an image, that's why I am not taking memory stream any image inside this, and then I am just storing this ms to converting this ms memory stream into an byte array and storing into ARR byte array. Finally, the obj.insert admission function. How I have created this function? I have created stored procedures just like in the previous videos. First of all, I will show you database part, admissions. Let me show you the design of this admission window. These all are my tables, and let me make it a little bit down. Okay, now look, these are my columns. These are my columns that are nulls and that are not nulls. These all are my columns. Okay, so you can create something like this, or whatever your requirements are, you can do that. Now let's check the relationships I only have relationship with the class here. मैंने यहाँ relationship भी बनाया हुआ है class के साथ. तो classes की ID और admissions के अंदर जो class ID है, this means that you cannot remove an admission, you cannot remove a class if that class holds admission in it. Okay, so that's a restriction in SQL. So you can apply this relationship in your admissions table. This is primary key. And moving forward, I have insert admissions. First of all, insert query. Let me open it, modify. Look, this is my insert query. I have created this insert query for you people. So create procedure का नाम और उसके बाद insert into please do maintain the order of the columns and then place these columns inside this insert query. We have seen this same work in the previous classes. Insert, let me zoom in like this. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, and this one. Okay, moving forward, after insert admission, then I have update admissions. This is my update query. Let me zoom in. Look, this is my update query, and I have all the parameters, but one additional parameter, add ID, and then I have update query. Okay, and I am updating with respect to my admission ID. So this is my update query, and same is the delete query. I have delete admission, modify, and this is my delete code. Let me zoom in. Look, okay, so this is my delete query, and I am deleting with respect to my ID that I will pass. Moving forward, I have a get method for getting all the admissions. Get admissions. Okay, get admissions. Here we have modify, and this is how I have selected all the data. Look, and I have applied joins with the classes table and with the sections table, because classes are from databases and sections are also from databases. So sections are not mandatory, so I have applied left join, so that all the records from all the tables should appear and the matching records from the section table will appear, okay, on the right hand side. Moving forward, this is the case I have applied. If gender is equal to 1, then select male or female then, okay. And same is the case for nationality, religion, because in the database I have added this religion as a tiny integer. So on 0 I have inserted Muslim, then Hindu, then Christian, then communist or Jew. So whatever you can apply, okay. And then class ID, class, section ID, section is null, then dash, otherwise section should be displayed. Whole query contains all the columns that we have inside our table. birthplace, phone number 2, and then status by default on 0 index I have stored active, and then otherwise 0 index we have inactive status. So this is the case that I have applied to display data in a user understandable manner. Okay, and why I have done why I have taken these IDs, because to save my database space in an appropriate manner, so that my database will not become heavier based on bulk records. So I hope this query is also understandable in front of you. Okay, now moving forward, these are my queries, and I have taken all these queries, and this my admission table. Look, this is my admission table. Inside my DBML I have taken, and then from Server Explorer I have taken all the queries, all the stored procedures of admission table. I have dragged and dropped in on the right hand side panel here. Get admissions, delete admissions, insert admissions, and update admissions. Okay, so I have taken all the queries here, and just like previous thing, and then I have called this and insert admission, and then respectively I have entered the parameter that it is asking to me one by one, step by step. Look, I have applied all the parameters with the original values. Okay, let me make it a little bit more clear in front of you so that you can understand. Okay, look, moving forward, यहाँ पर इसको ऐसे कर लेते हैं. Look, so when you open your bracket, look, name text, you will get name, then gender. Gender is the variable that you have taken from here. If gender is 1, selected index is 0, that means male, so 1 will be taken here. Then father. So focus here, focus this part, focus these parameters. What it is saying to you, give it. What it is saying to you, give it. जो ये कह रहा है दे दो इधर, बस सिंपल. उसके बाद कॉमा लगाते रहें और आगे जाते रहें. Look, mother text, look, mother is highlighted, mother text, then father, profession, then so on. Okay, hope this is clear. So give, satisfy all the parameters that it is asking. Same is the case, and then I have loaded the data and disabled the panel and reset it. Is also simple. And after this, the same case I have done for update, the same code, but this time I have taken the update admission method, and only one change I have done here, that is this admission ID. This is an extra parameter because due to this admission ID that I have created above this variable integer 64. So based on this admission ID, my data will be updated. But from how I am getting the admission ID? I am getting the admission ID from grid cell click. Whenever I click the grid, this is my grid, wherever, and I have raised an event, cell click. Let me zoom in. Look, cell click, double click here, so you are inside your cell grid view. Click. Okay, so I have applied a validation. If my row index is not equal to blank and column index is not equal to blank, that means wherever I have unnecessarily clicked or mistakenly clicked on my grid, so no exception will be raised. Okay, so original row clicks will be acceptable. So when I click on the cell, edit will become 1, because after clicking I will come in update mode. Okay, so disabled after clicking on this grid, the panel on the left hand side, this left hand side panel जो उल्टे हाथ पे ये panel 6 है, this will be disabled for security purposes. And then I have taken the current row, on which row I have clicked. Let's say I have clicked on this row or that row or that row or this row. So whatever will be the row, it will be taken with this e dot row index. The current row will be selected on which you have clicked, and then it will be stored inside this row. And from each row I have taken the respective data and converted into their respective data type, and then stored in their respective variables or controls. Okay, then name, gender, likewise all the columns that I have, the controls that are holding the data from database. For that I have done this code. Otherwise the data that you have hard coded, let's say religions or status, so I have selected item. But for data that you have from your database, let's say class and section, so selected value. Okay, because we are performing binding. This is what we called binding. I am binding my grid view data to my control, so that's why. And these are my data bound controls, section, class and section, because I have bounded data from database into these two. And then same is the case, I have applied these. What are these names? These are the name of my columns of my grid view. Let me show you. Look, ID GV, this is the code name, enroll GV, in student GV, and so on. I have taken all the do not add spaces or dots in between. Okay, this is a thing that you have to take care of. Do not add things, do not add spaces or extra special characters or dots. Okay, moving forward, so this is how. And then when I click, I haven't select the image in the grid view because I am using link, so I have taken this image from this link query. How? From admissions table, where admission ID equal to this admission ID, whatever my admission ID, I have taken this admission ID from here. Okay, so when I click on the grid, the admission ID will be taken, and then select that image on that, based on this admission ID. Select first, only one image will be taken. If image is null, then blank, do nothing. Otherwise, what to do? Memory stream, and look here, I have taken my ARR. Okay, IM2 array. What is this IM? Inside this IM I have my image, and I have converted that image into an array and stored in a byte array, and then I have given this byte array to the memory stream, and then I have loaded my image into my global image parameter variable I, and image from stream I am giving the source, set that image लो कहाँ से? Memory stream में से. Take your image from memory stream and place it inside your I image variable. Okay, this is my image variable, and then I have the picture box on my window, so I have applied image to my picture box, I image, and then I have make it stretched. Okay, so based on this click, this is happening. Now that's all. Let me show you once again this window. How I have done this, I have already told you. Now login, admissions, view. So I have my whole data. This is my auto generated column. Yes, one thing I must tell you, this is my auto generated column. Let me show you the query. Insert admission, I have saved for you for your reference. Look, when I was creating, I have done this roll number column as an auto generated column. Okay, ST, I have hard coded the ST. You can make your codes and then converted this AID into varchar, because string will not accept integer with it. So I have converted this ID into varchar and then concatenate both of these. मैंने दोनों को concatenate कर दिया और as a roll number यहाँ पे add कर दिया. So whenever your new record will be inserted, the new ID will be automatically, roll number will be automatically, or you can say GRE or GR number, what can you say, will be generated automatically. So if I see my table here, look, ST1 and ST2 are here, and when I enter the third record, ST3 or ST4, whatever will be the ID, this ID, it will be concatenated with this, and this is auto generate column, so I don't need to insert these two records when my queries are executing. Okay, so this is how I can I have applied whole thing. Okay, hope this task is this particular lecture is very much sound good for you. Try this by yourself, and if you have any query, please do write me. तब तक के लिए thank you so much. Allah Hafiz, take care. Please do like, subscribe and share my tutorials. Thank you so much.